Hello, Metroids. For those that don't know, my name's Trent and I'm the Director of Business Development and Partnerships for Metrix. The community has asked me to do an AMA or ask me anything. So I've got 13 questions to go through. I thought this would be a bit of a casual event, so hence my casual dress today rather than the business style. So you can see the more relaxed version of Trent. Firstly, let's do a disclaimer. Just so that we're all clear, the answers I'm about to give you are my opinions and my opinions only. They're not to be taken as financial advice. Anything I talk about today, financial related, is my opinion. It's merely my own personal opinions. It's not financial advice. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's get started. By the way, this is my first ever crypto AMA, so we'll see how I go. Question 1. Why did you initially invest in Metrix? Well, simple answer is I didn't. I invested in Linda way back in the day, and my strategy back then was I was looking for low cap coins with extremely high return on investment that had the potential to skyrocket. So my strategy back then, and I'm talking a long time ago, this is when there were 30 million coins in a masternode. My strategy was to get a position, get it either staking or get a masternode, use the reward coins to fund the next lot of staking or the next masternode, and then remove your original coins, reinvest that, and so on. And I did that many, many times, and I pretty much had it handed to me. There are so many scam coins. I lost so much money doing that. It was a great theory, but in practicality, it just didn't work. Once Linda rebranded to Metrix, I was pretty well hooked. Question 2. Why did Trent join the Metrix core team? Okay, well, that's a pretty good question. I purchased my coins at a much higher average price than they are today, and I'm sure a lot of the Metroids have done the same. Those that have been here 2 years, 3 years, we're in the sat ranges of up to 90, 94, 90, 95, 96 sats. So not everyone has been able to buy in at sub-sat levels or under 5 sats. So becoming part of the core team, part of the reason was to protect my investment. I could see some of the core team leaving for whatever reason. I've got a little bit of expertise from previous business, so I just wanted to throw my hat in the ring and see if it was of interest. So I did that a few times, and of course everyone wants to be on a core team, and that was the answer that I was constantly given by Chris and the other guys. But I said to him, look, I've owned and operated over 40 companies. The harder I've worked, the luckier I got. I was fortunate enough to retire at the young age of 30. I ended up losing a lot of money in the global financial crisis, so I ended up going back to work. But then I've retired again now, and I retired last year at the age of 45. I've moved to the Philippines for lifestyle, and my wife and I do a lot of travel, so the Philippines is a great place to set up our base camp. And then without COVID, obviously, we jump on a plane every week or two, 3 weeks on the outside, and we'd go and have a look at a new country. So that was our lifestyle, but obviously that's changed a lot with COVID. So I'm sitting at home and I've got a lot of time on my hands. And that's why, again, I said to Chris, let me throw my hat in the ring. Let me help out. I don't know what I can do, but let's have a conversation. Chris then offered me a job. It's the first job I've ever had in my life. I've always been self-employed, but now I've got a job. And it was on a voluntary basis. So I grabbed the bull by the horns, and here we are now. I'm a community member who's now a core team member doing an AMA. Who would have thought? Question 3. What can Trent bring to the team and the coin? Well, my simple answer is my business expertise, my passion, my drive for success. I'm arguably, in my opinion, the largest holder of the coin. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So I don't get paid for what I do, but I will get paid for what I've done. I'll get paid on my achievements, and I'll get paid from my own bags of holdings. So with that in mind, I will do everything that it takes to make sure this coin is a success. Question 4. Where do you see the coin going over the next 2 years? Whew, wow, 2 years? Man, 1 month is a long time in crypto. 6 months is a lifetime. 2 years? Well, it's a good question because I can answer it a few different ways. In 2 years' time, we're going to have some real life use cases. It's going to be fully adopted, people using Metrix, either to play games, to bet on games, bet through a casino, whether it be online casino, leak, or it might be an actual casino. Pay for the shopping through shopping centres. Pay at the local post office. I mean, it's just endless with the possibilities. The future is very bright. I personally have no plan whatsoever on leaving the team anytime soon. So my plan is to continually be working hard on this project, and you'll then see some massive results. As far as predicting future price, I could tell you that a market cap exceeding 30 million, in my opinion, would be pretty low, especially with what we've got in play. To answer the question though, I see Metrix as a top 100 coin with ease, and I see it as a coin with multiple working use cases, plenty of new partnerships, and continually growing. I hope that answers that question. And 5, expectations for the future. I think I sort of covered that in the previous one. I answered the previous one a little bit too big, so I might skip this one, if that's all right. Question 6. From where we branch from quantum chain, is there a means to utilise future enhancements for quantum chain, or will MRX development be solely MRX developed solutions? That's a pretty good question. Okay, from my understanding, and I'll put a little caveat, it is my understanding because I'm not a developer, the future additions that Quantum add to their chain will not be part of our chain. Metrix has forked the Quantum chain and they've coded it to suit Metrix. So it's now a Metrix chain, not a Quantum chain. It doesn't mean that we can't code what Quantum code in the future if that's what we choose to do. Also, we've got governors on the new chain. So Metroids can now submit an idea or a proposal, and the community will then vote on that idea or proposal, whether it's moved forward or not. I'm told the benefits of the new chain for Metrix are just going to be absolutely mind-blowing as far as smart contract use and so forth on this new chain. So it's really something to look forward to. Question 7. Is everything ready to go? New chain rollout with app secure safe, or are there still some bumps in the road that must be taken? So the first part, is it ready to go? No. Are there some bumps in the road? Yes. Next question. No, there's a lot of work involved from BA side. I can assure you that we're moving in the right direction. We've got a major problem that you might have heard of around the world at the moment called COVID-19, and it's playing a really big role in slowing us down with all the speed of our implementation so far. So guys, I am going to say that you are going to have to be patient on this. It is going to happen, but it is taking longer than we had anticipated. The other thing is we're limited on the Metrix side until we get the new chain rollout. Once we get that, then we can start the integration. So everything's happening on the other side of the fence at the moment with Cash Now integration. But in Italy, the COVID rules are pretty strict. I'm sure everyone's heard over through the news. So it is moving a little bit slower than we had hoped. But it is moving. It's moving in the right direction. I'm sure it's all going to come to fruition as we've discussed. But exciting times ahead, but we just need to be a little bit patient through this COVID era.
Why was MRX selected as the cryptocurrency of choice by BA Consult as opposed to more established mainstream cryptocurrencies? Okay, that's a really good question. The simple answer is it actually wasn't. BA didn't actually choose Metrix. They didn't go through a whole listing process. The whole thing came about through the personal relationship of at White Shark with Michael, the director of BA. So this happened well before my time. This deal didn't happen overnight. This has been going on for the last 12 to 18 months. When I came on board, Chris asked me, first thing to have a look at is this deal, see if there's some sort of way that we could possibly structure something. So I had meetings with White Shark, I had meetings with Michael, and we basically just deconstructed from a high level, put the pieces back together so that it all sort of fit the puzzle. And Michael was happy from BA, Metrix is happy, and this is how it led to the partnership between Metrix being the coin of choice. So I hope that answers that one. Question 9, what benefits will MRX offer over an established cryptocurrency, and why do you anticipate global adoption? Okay, that's another good question. Now, I think that relates to the prior question. I'm not sure. So I apologise in advance if I'm answering this incorrectly, but the way I interpret this is it's to do with BA Consult. So You may think being powered by a large or established crypto is a better way than by a small crypto. There's a big difference between the two. Let's talk serviceability and trying to get the project off the ground. So the biggest issue when you're dealing with a major crypto is who you're going to talk to. Who's the person there that's going to work with you? How do you get in touch with them? How do you initiate the meeting? How do they know you're serious? And these are all the issues that I personally. So I've dealt with a lot of the top 20, top 50 coins. I've dealt with the big platforms. And I tell you what, it's hard work. It really is. So dealing with something smaller like Metrix, we're dealing directly with Michael. We're advising Michael from the crypto side. Michael's advising us from the fiat side because that's where his business is and what he's already got established. So doing it the way we're doing it, it's worked really, really well. Something like Metrix, if you're getting in at this level, there's a very big upside. If you're getting in on one of the top 10 coins, top 50 coins, there's still going to be an upside, but it's nowhere near as big. And this is where the microcap can work for everyone. So I hope that answers that one for you. Number 10. Sorry, my dog's getting a little bit excited here. Number 10. Which project is your ultimate competitor? Well, okay, that's a good question. You might not like my answer, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. In my life, I don't believe that I've ever had a competitor in business. I just don't believe that. I might have 100 businesses doing exactly what I do on the same street, but I don't see them as competitors. I see them competing against each other, and it's a great show to sort of watch on the sidelines. But to be honest, I just get on with the job at hand. I've always had major points of difference, and Metrix, it's no different. We're evolving so quickly with so many different partnerships, with so many different levels. It really is Metrix for everyone, for everything. Try and keep up with us. Try and be a competitor. I challenge you. I don't think you will be able to. So as far as this question goes, I don't think we'll have competitors. Now, obviously, this is my opinion. Other people on the team will probably give you a totally different answer, and I might give you 4 or 5 coins that they feel are competitors, but I just don't look at it that way. Question 11. With the upcoming fork and partnership, do you anticipate at a higher, lower, same of total metrics? Sorry guys, got glare on my screen. Will be left staking and why? Okay, that's a good one. And I love the and why. I can't get out of this easily. Okay, so there's a few ways to answer this. And I think the easiest way is to start straight up front that I believe, honestly, that there's going to be a lot of people dumping at market when we go to the new chain. Why? Because we're at a 60% ROI for masternodes at the moment. We're at 50% for staking, and that's going to drop to 10%. So a lot of people are going to say, hey, why would I hold that coin? You know, I'm losing all these profits. Good, sell your coin, we welcome you to do it. The other people that are going to be moving on with this are the educated investors. Now, they're the ones that are going to accumulate all these dump bags. They're going to buy them cheap. They know they're going to go up 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever times. So if you could buy Metrix now at, let's say, 5 sats, I think that's a pretty good deal. It's a lot cheaper than I was buying it for many years ago. You hold that for 2 to 5 years, paying initially about a 10% ROI. Then we're going to drop to 5% over the next couple of years, and then it drops a little bit more. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen that. So the IRR is still enormous. That's the internal rate of return, the cash on cash return. If you multiply the IRR by the compound growth rate, it's enormous. My calculator only goes to 8 digits. If you turn it on the side, sometimes it works and I can get 11 digits. But it's still not enough. So the upside of compounding the IRR, as far as growth plus the initial cash flow, it's huge. Why would you sell your bag now? To me, it's ridiculous. But anyway, people will. The non-believers, the uneducated, they're going to be dumping their bags. So my advice would be pick those bags up while you can, because we're not going to be at these levels forever. I can guarantee you that. Okay, I apologise again. I've got some excited dogs. Okay, question 12. Does Trent see the coin as a success over the long term? It's a yes from me. Yes. I would have dumped my bags long ago. Okay. I think we got the dogs under control. I would have dumped my bags long ago if I didn't think there was something here. Instead, I've gone full circle. I've gone the other way around, and I've now offered my expertise to the team. Let's see where it goes. I think we're building a beast. So I would give this a VBF, very bright future. And it's really just due to the current use cases being deployed. Question 13. And I think this might be the last question. It is. It's the last question. Sorry, guys, I've got a really bright light now. It's really hard to see the screen. What upcoming partnerships, exchanges can you tell us about? .leak. None. What I can tell you is I'm working with a lot of exchanges currently. I'm working with a lot of third-party wallets. Some people aren't going to like our native wallet for whatever reason. You can't please everyone. I'm working with a lot of business partners at the moment. I'm looking at investors for not only the team, but also to buy Metrix. I'm working with KYC and AML legislation. I'm working on compliance. The list goes on and on and on. As far as a leak goes, it's very hard for the simple reason that we've got non-disclosures, and it's not that I'm trying to hold a secret from everyone. It's not that at all. I really want to share exactly what we're talking about and exactly what we're doing. Problem is, with these non-disclosures, we've just got to be very careful. So I hope everyone appreciates that. What I can tell you is today I'm signing 2 agreements, and they're both for exchanges. They're not top 10 exchanges, but they are top 100 exchanges. So we're definitely moving in the right direction. I'm very, very happy that we've been able to do these deals, and we've been able to move it forward. It's been a lot of work, but I'm sure you're going to see the rewards once we get onto the new chain. I guarantee it's not Binance, it's not Metrix, but we're getting close to these big ones. People keep asking, why not? Why can't we get on these? And it's really, really simple. There's 2 parts to it. One is money, BTC, and the other is trading volume. Until we get to a standard minimum of 25 to 30,000 per day USD on our trading volume, forget these big exchanges. They're not even going to take us seriously. What are we doing about that? Well, we're rolling out real-time partnerships. We're running our real-time use cases. So bring all this together, bring on the new chain, allow us to move forward, and it's going to happen. A few more. Well, I can tell you a few things. So we're working on a new white paper at the moment. The guys have been working really hard on this. It's looking fantastic. So that will come out in due course. I'm personally working on a new pitch deck. For those that don't know what a pitch deck is, it's basically just explaining in a PDF format who Metrix is, what we do, how we shine our light, and what it's all about. So that'll come out shortly. I'm also working on quite a few new partnerships, which are very, very exciting. But again, non-disclosures, I can't go too far into it, but all this is going to come out in time. So I'm looking forward to letting you know exactly what's going to happen in real time as soon as I'm allowed to. So Metroids, exciting times ahead. Absolutely exciting times for all. That's the list of questions I have for now. Thank you to the people that supplied us with these questions. If you've got more questions, if you want more feedback, I'm happy to do another AMA. We might do that in another month's time or so, because to be honest, I'm flat out right now with what we've got going on. Happy to give more updates. Until the next update, hodl your bags, stay safe, and I'll see you in the chat. Cheers, guys.